Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare I saw those classes in the Divine Grace System Foundation. So, about something about the so Diamonds from some Parivar, so strong responses in His Divine Grace. Sila Bhakti, Sila Saraswati, Spiritual. Ananta Koti Vaishnavi. Now, Charya, Sila Haridas Koti. Pregnancy, Kaham, Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. See a greater bird, see the sun is a God of Bhakti. See Radha Krishna, go down the cooking. Syama Kunda Radha Krishna, Sudhadam Krishna, Sumatudam Krishna, Navadam Krishna, Jagan Purudam Krishna. Gangamaya Namaya Krishna, Smatto Sedivaka Krishna, Samade Bhakti Krishna, our Lord is the Son of Devotees, our Lord is the Son of Devotees, our Lord is the Son of Devotees, our Lord is the Lord and Brother. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayana Namaste. Naram Cheva Notu. Naram Cheva Notu. Devi Saraswati Sam. Devi Saraswati Sam. Tattu Jaya Mudire. Nasta Praise Vagadesu. Nasta Praise Vagadesu. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttam Sloke. Bhagavati Uttam Sloke. Bhakti Bhavati Nastiki. Bhakti Bhavati Nastiki. So, my Bhagavatam, chapter 3, chapter 32, text 2. Sasapi Bhagavat Dharmas. Sasapi Bhagavat Dharmas. Kamamuddha Paramukaha. Kamamuddha Paramukaha. Yajate Kratubi Devam. Yajate Kratubi Devam. Pichinscha Shradaya Itaha. Sachapi Bhagavat Dharma Kamamuda Paranukaha Yajate Kratubi Deva Pitchins Shadayam Vitaha Sachapi Bhagavat Dharma Kamamuda Paranukaha Yajate Kratubi Deva Pitchins Shadayam Vitaha.
Sachapi Bhagavad Dharma. Kamamuda Paranukaha Pitruscha Shradayanvitaha.
Anyone else to try? Try. Yes, ma'am. Is better. It meant always quick, good to be the leaders, always speed it, let them do it quick.
Sachapi Bhagavad Dharma Kama Mudha Paranukaha Yajate Kratubhir Devan Pratmascha Shradhayanvitaha.
Sachapi Bhagavad Dharma. Kamamuda Paranukaha
Yajate Kratubhir Devan Pratmascha Shradhayanvitaha.
Just balance it. Two people here, balance it. So that you don't say you're being marginalized.
Sachapi
Bhagavad Dharma Kamamuda Paranukaha Yajate Kratubhir Devan Pratmascha Shradhayanvitaha.
So synonyms, word for word translation, and translation of Popal by his language is Kampanajaya, so that Abhijana and then back to them. So Gopal, good. Shira Gopal, good. At least we should glorify Prabhupada in that. It's purifying. So word for word translation, Saha, he. Shahapi, moreover, Bhagavad Dharma from devotional service. Kamuda, infatuated by lust. Parak, Mukaha, having the face turned away. Yajate, worships. Glad to be with sacrificial ceremonies. Devan, the demigods. Between, before fathers. Cha, and Shradaya, with faith. And be Taha, endowed. So translation. Such persons are ever bereft of devotional service due to being too attached to self-gratification. Therefore, although they perform various kinds of sacrifices, and take great vows to satisfy the demigods and forefathers. They are not interested in Christian consciousness, devotional service. Please can you respond? Repeat. Such persons are ever bereft of devotional service. Due to being too attached to sense gratification. And therefore, although they perform various kinds of sacrifices and take great vows to satisfy the demigods and forefathers, they are not interested in Christian consciousness. Devotional service. Just so true. Prabhupada, in the Bhagavad Gita 7:20, it is said that persons who worship demigods have lost their intelligence. Command, Taistha, Ritikina. They are much attracted to sense gratification, therefore, they worship the demigods. It is, of course, recommended in the scriptures that if one wants money, health, or education, then he should worship the various demigods. Materialistic persons, a materialistic person has manifold demands, and though there are manifold demigods to satisfy his senses. The great ladies who want to continue to prosper, who want to continue a prosperous with life, generally worship the demigods or the forefathers by offering pinda or respectful oblations. Such persons are bereft of Krishna consciousness and are not interested in devotional service to the Lord. This kind of so-called pious and religious man is the result of impersonalism. The impersonalists maintain that the supreme truth has no form and that one can imagine any form he likes for his benefit and worship that way. Therefore, the great ladies or materialistic men say that they can worship any form of the God as worship of the Supreme God. Especially among the Hindus, those who are meat eaters prefer to worship the goddess Kali because it is prescribed that one can sacrifice a goat before that goddess. They maintain that whether one worships the goddess Kali or the Supreme God, Vishnu, or any God, the destination is the same. This is first class rascal. And such people are misled. But they prefer this philosophy. Bhagavad Gita does not accept such rascaldom, and it is clearly stated that such methods are meant for persons who have lost their intelligence. The same judgment is confirmed here, and the word karma muda, meaning one who has lost his sense or is infatuated by lust or attraction to sense gratification, is used. Karma mudas are bereft of Krishna consciousness and devotional service, and are infatuated by strong desire for sense gratification. The worshippers of demigods are condemned both in the Bhagavad Gita and in Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Agyan Tiran 7, Girantaman Salam Kami, sincere, from your time, being to smile, see, correlate. The Chaitanya Om Stam, Star Field, Yin. Swayam Rupa Kadamya, One day we see, Tahana, Advaita, Sarvatuta, Haridana Sahita, Krishna Chaitanya Deva. Sri Radha Krishna Pada, Saha Gandhata, Vishakam Hey Krishna, Karam Sindhu, Dina Bandhu, Jagate, Gopesha, Radha Tata Krishna, Radhe, Indra, Vishakam, Pranam. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Sarvata, Pradotani Puspavani, Chaitanya. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, see great, see go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Sena Jai Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Bhagavan Sarane Panchakalpatare This dance is something that we can easily relate with, not an abstract. You see this is going on. People prefer to worship the demigods, the demigods, than to worship Krishna. Sometimes they argue that Krishna, takes away. Takes away even the things we want to enjoy from us. So, we want to enjoy. Why worship a God that will take away what you have? We should beg from the God, and the God is begging from us. He's taking away from us, he's begging from us. But no, it's not that Krishna takes away the resources of his devotees. Rather, Krishna examines each and every one of us to see how well we are able to manage the resources at our disposal. And if he finds that we are capable of even managing the whole universe, he will give us the whole universe. And talking about managing resources, if we are not even able to manage ourselves, how are we going to manage the universe? The Krishna gave you a very, very beautiful place here in Mount Hills. But he can give you the whole of Affirmative Hills. Oh, yeah. I remember when I was younger, I was in Africa. I joined Africa, I was born in Africa. I joined the temple in Africa. So I remember before I got invited by some professors to come to the US for presentation and devotees to stay. They have to cooperation and education. That's how I ended up staying in the US. So when I was in Africa, managing a temple, so I was championing because with some other devotees of building a temple in Lagos. And so we had this land purchased near the airport, very expensive area. So the co-GBC came, and then we've already done the first decking, second decking was going on. And so he came, he went over the place and he asked me, Vasudev, how did you make it? He knows how did you got it? He got to me. He said, how did you make it? So I said, You know, Krishna made it. He got upset and said, I know Krishna made it. How did you make it? Yes, so even the most difficult place, if the devotees come together, they work as a nuclear devotional team. Amazing accomplishments could be achieved. Just Krishna wants to see how we are people-centered, we are people-oriented. And when that is done, we are devotees-oriented. And if that mindset is there, correct, Krishna can give us the whole world. So I'm just amazed, you know, this beautiful place. If I when I came to Illinois, I was in Napa and I was shocked. I mean, the place they have a very big, you know, big premises, sort of a big, huge building. Like they plan to build a very temple in Enfield. So I said, wow, Krishna could do anything. So Krishna is available for us. He wants to facilitate the fulfillment of our desires and our service to him. That's the point. Krishna is ready to fulfill our desires in our attempts to serve. Because Krishna owns everything in this world. He owns everything. And if the devotees are sincerely working together, here is the thing. Sincerely working together without any personal motivation, Krishna can give the devotees of his glory more. So, here in this text, Prabhupada is reminding us how the mentality of those who worship the demigods, and of course, Krishna mentions in Gita that people who worship the demigods, you know, they're not very intelligent. How is that? Because, see, if you have a close relationship with the governor of Michigan, why try to go to secure something through a local government council? You know the governor. You have a close relationship, you can go with the governor straight, contract, whatever, and you get it. But if you don't know the governor, you have to go past through all of this, you know, middle people or whatever. And sometimes your efforts will be stampeded. You have so many obstacles because everybody you meet wants to show how, you know, how they are Ishwar, I'm boldly, see the hand, all ones, hey, see how important I am. You have to do like this, then I will allow you to go to see the governor. So trying to go through the demigods is considered unintelligent. Because if someone has a relationship with Krishna, why go through the demigods and Krishna? I mean, this Krishna is a Bible. The advices, Kama Sava, Kama Baba, Moksha, Kama Baba. He said, if you have all the food of this, you don't have any desire, Kama. Or Sava Kama. You're full of desires, you don't have any desires. If you're in what we call it chemistry, octet electron. If you're in an octet electron, you're self-satisfied, Akmara. Jesus said, come on, come to me. Why go to the demigods? The demigods give us the stuff, but the demigods are just, they are middlemen. Krishna is the main boss. He is the main director of the whole universe. So why go through? It's just, so he said, these people, they don't have sufficient intelligence. And so those who have sufficient intelligence, we can identify them by how they embrace Krishna consciousness. Again, the Bible mentions that people who have sufficient intelligence, who have sufficient brain substance, they take to do chanting of Krishna's name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So, yeah, but you know what? A preacher has to be like an educator who knows the need of the audience. And we don't just preach just to agitate people or just to repeat what Prabhupada has said and agitate somebody. This is what Prabhupada said, you know. You worship in the devil, but you are less intelligent, you are stupid. Preaching is meant for harmonizing relations. Because if we speak, Prabhupada may chastise somebody, and that person becomes his follower, his devote. Yeah, I know the case of this brahmachari in Slave in my home. Very huge guy. He told me his story. He met Prabhupada. He was admired by the Swami. He met Prabhupada. And this Mayavadi, they're superlatively intelligent. They know sound stuff, they don't know like anything. The only problem is the concept that Brahma, mentioned to Brahma Jyoti is the ultimate. So yeah, Prabhupada, and they like challenging people, you know. Especially they like challenging people who are not impersonalists. They see you like a threat. They challenge Prabhupada, they come and challenge Prabhupada, and Prabhupada defeated him woefully, completely, smashed him. So he became Prabhupada disciple. And now, if you go to the street to use that smash principle to start to smash somebody, they will just become your enemy. So the point is, Prabhupada radiates loving energy. If he's in the mood of chastising somebody, in the mood of smashing someone's argument, he radiates that loving energy that deserves your love. So you say, hey, please, make me a daughter or make me your son. That's how it works. So it's a mindset with which we do the job. It's called bhav. It's the bhav which we do the preaching. One can say even very harsh word to somebody. Like Prabhupada, he did that all the time with all of these scientists. And then the scientists end up becoming his followers. So we could also say, like trying to preach like Prabhupada by being very harsh to people or smashing people or criticize people and don't listen to people. But we cannot Prabhupada. So, yeah, the work is up to see how to the mood with which we repeat Prabhupada's statements. The audience where we are, the audience we're dealing with, how ready are they, their capacity of absorbing spiritual information. And then, who's difficult? It's just like an educator knows the need of the audience, so he speaks something that will benefit the audience, that will help the audience in the students in their intellectual quest. So Prabhupada was very expert, or is very expert in preaching to people. He used the word desa kala. He can treat you like, his grandson or granddaughter. But he can also smash you, like, It's just based on what it perceives of your mindset, your motive, and your ability. The ability, I mean, it's like you have a car. If your car has very powerful shock absorber, you pass through a nasty road, you will not be disturbed. Yeah. But if the car, the shock absorbers are bad, be careful about which road you drive, because otherwise you end up being sick. So Papa, he looks at people, he knows this person, he has a good shock absorber. Smash, get it purified quickly, and then you move on. So people, we have different ability to absorb chastisement, to even retain the spiritual information culture. We have high limitations. And therefore, when we meet people who are even engrossed in this type of ethical worship, we have to see whether the mood should be, how can I help this person that is being proactive? If people don't repeat proper statements or we repeat Christian statements to anybody and everybody at any time or whatever, we could all end up having so many enemies instead of having so many followers. So the mood of preaching is like an educator, you know, it means I mean, just like you have a child, and you have to examine the child and see what areas that he or she has a soft spot for in a social development. And then you can tailor their Krishna consciousness along that line. If you just want to order your child, hey, come and sit down, hey, come and sit down and do the job, hey, come on. Children, especially when they are young, what do they learn to say? What is the first thing they learn to say? What is it? Yeah. First thing they learn to say is no. No. So we don't start smacking the child because they say no. It's a task. Being a parent is a heavy duty. You have to be critical and creative, figuring out ways on how to tailor the desires, the activities of your child in Christian consciousness. Similarly, you have to figure out our audience, what is their need, and try to facilitate a positive spiritual change in their lives. Then if you always say something hard, you say, oh, this is so juicy, this is so nice. Because it's something that touched their heart to be able to really found their Krishna consciousness. So yeah, self-gratification is sometimes we can go overboard. Hanuman, you're stupid, it doesn't matter. Come on, get out from that self-gratification. There's no problem with that. What is the motives within the So here we find that the judgment of people being advanced to Krishna consciousness is exercised. That, see, if they are attracted only to the Bhairana Shakti, if they're so much attached to Bhairana Shakti and devotional service, and even Prahlada mentioned this in his instructions. So people who are so much attached to materialistic ways of life, they may not be able to take the Krishna consciousness. There should be some sense of detachment, some sense of result detachment orientation. And then Otherwise, the tendency is, I don't have the time, I don't have the time, I don't have the time. But we do have 24 hours. How are we using the 24 hours? So, if we are not using our 24 hours nicely, that is any steps in clarification. Because then it means we are just using the time to gratify our subtle desires and gross desires. So, sanctification is a very huge field of study. It's not just about eating, sleeping, meeting only. A lot of things out there. How we are giving quality time to Krishna is very important. Quality time to Krishna. In other words, it's just like if you are in a meeting with somebody, say you are in a meeting with the governor of Michigan State. Nobody is going to be allowed to, secretary of the governor will not allow anybody to come to that meeting. Yeah. So, in a similar way, when we are in a meeting with Krishna, we should not allow distractions to overwhelm us. We should concentrate on it. When we are doing our puja, whether it's at home or temple or whatever, I'm saying it because I've seen practically. I travel. I don't want to mention the place I went. But in America, I went to some place, I went to some presentation at an academic conference. I was staying in this devotee's place. But then he took me to another devotee's home to sleep there. But then this devotee was doing his puja. He had beautiful deities. And the deities you have in your home, they're not different from deities you have in the temple. The difference is how we treat them. So this guy, he was doing his puja. Guess what he was doing? As he was on the altar, he was good. He was on the phone. This is not Puranic story. I saw it. It's called lived experience. I saw it. See, I was just seeing him for the first time in my life, and I couldn't tell him it. So, we may say, well, I've been in the movement for 50 years, 20 years, 50 years, 5 years. It's not how many years we hang out in the spiritual community that really matters. The question is, what is the quality of that hangout, that spiritual hangout? What is the quality? Otherwise, it becomes self-identification. If we're not being qualitative in our approach to devotion service, we may hang out in that spiritual community. So, I mean, self-identification is so. Therefore, it is important for us to see and understand that Krishna's true power is supreme. Is the possessor of all his power. And when we are dealing with somebody who is very elevated, then let us take, at least, even if it's artificially, we should respect that person. Who is more worthy of respect than Krishna? But when we are in Krishna, when we are in a meeting with Krishna, how can we be on the telephone when we are in a meeting with Krishna? So it is important that we cultivate a culture of devotion towards Krishna. Then all other distractions, because Krishna is ready, we take one step towards Krishna, he takes several steps towards us. But he doesn't want to force himself on us. He can't force love. You can't extract love from somebody by force or by imposition. No, love is something voluntary. At affection, you're there for somebody. You tell the person, I'm here for you. Never mind, I'm here for you. I know, yes, but I'm here for you. So, any comments? Yes, please.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All those to Srila Prabhupada. All
This face looks familiar. What is your name?
Devya Tirtha Das.
Huh?
Devya Tirtha Das.
Did I meet you before? No? Okay. Answer the question. Yeah.
So grateful to you, Maharaj, for this wonderful presentation. So many insights you gave. I was just contemplating on this point which you covered towards the end about the spiritual hunger. If it is not there, it just becomes a sense gratification. The concept is there that I want to fully give myself to Krishna. Would it apparently look like the three modes of nature just overcome that desire? There is a free will, but it apparently looks like there is no free will here because three modes of nature are always interacting. Even if I don't want to be fall victim to that because of my conditioning, I get there. And then ultimately, I do the sense gratification rather than doing the devotional service, whether on the name of reading scriptures, whether on the name of doing deity worship, whether on the name of even hearing katha. The desire to serve Krishna, desire to please Krishna is not there, desire to serve my own ego just being overcome by these three modes of material nature. So how do I make sure that I don't fall victim to the sense gratification, though I have a hunger for spiritual experience, but it just carried away. So I want to stay in that zone. I don't want to get carried away by this. Like, how do I do that, Maharaj?
Because that's a nice question. Now, one of the phenomena that we tend to undermine in devotional service is prayers. Now, if somebody is bereft of something, doesn't have some particular something that they want to be able to use to progress in their either social life or financial development or whatever, and they come to beg someone who has that. If that person they beg them from is charitably disposed, they will give you. Now, who is more charitably disposed than Lord Krishna? Find anybody who is more charitably disposed than Krishna? Why do we hesitate to beg Krishna to intervene in our charities? We see, even Lord Brahma, the second creator, the supreme lord of this universe, he prays to Krishna. The mother of Kapila Dev, Kunti, she prays to Krishna. Arjuna, he prays to Krishna. I'll give you just an example. When I was doing my PhD, I was ordered to do a PhD by my Guru Maharaj. He asked me to go and preach to professors. And then, what would I say? If you have somebody who doesn't even have a master's degree to go and preach to professors, what does that mean? It means either, hey, go to hell. I know you're not able to do this. All right. not doing your guru's, not executing your guru's instruction. That is the devastation of your spiritual life. So he asked me to go to spiritual places. And then I just decided, yes, I'm going to do it. So I did it. And then I excelled. So he ordered me to go for a PhD because in 3 years I started preaching to professors with going to conferences and making presentations, competing with professors. Somebody who doesn't even have a master's degree. So, his instruction was also encapsulated with empowerment. Each time we receive an instruction from the Guru, that instruction is also encapsulated with power. And there is so many examples of that in our own tradition, in Krishna's pastimes. So I did that, and then he allowed me to go get a PhD. Now, when I was doing the PhD, I chose to do management science. Why? Because I've seen a number of crises in society that are caused by religious leaders. I didn't want to associate myself with religious scholarship. Just say, let me do something else. Let's choose to do management. And when we are doing a course called Quantitative Reasoning and Analysis, there were 10 PhD students in that course. It was so difficult. It was so difficult. Statistics, PhD level statistics. The whole students failed. I was the only person who passed. And I got 90 plus. How was that? I recognized, look, statistics, this is hell. So I got it. Sometimes it's good to give your lived experience so that people don't say, oh, man, it's so difficult to do this. It's so difficult to do this. So I like giving just practical examples. So I got the recommended books. Each time I want to read, I'll pray to Krishna. I said, Krishna, see, I'm not for statistics. I don't know anything here. Help me out. At least let me understand what I'm going to do and retain it. This is it. My Guru Maharaj ordered me to do this. Please help me, Krishna. Each time I want to read any of the textbooks, I have to pray. Krishna came to the rescue. It was so difficult. So all the students, they corroborated. I distanced myself from those students because they were just wasting my time. They all this doctoral students, they like also this socialization, so they want to make new friends. Come on, look, I had a lot of things to do. I keep calling you here, calling you there. So then I decided, okay, best thing is I'm not going to have any friends in this class. So I distanced myself. But then everyone else, they collaborated. The professor is a white professor. He detected that these guys, the team together to do this because all of their work were similar. Because it was so difficult. So he canceled their work. He asked all of them to go and redo the work. They would have been expelled from the school if he was a bad professor, because that was a violation of academic integrity. And it's one of the grand norms of that world university. But he was just compassionate, so he told them. He failed all of them and then got all of them to go and repeat the course. So this is just a practical example of how prayers work. I believe that my prayers to Krishna helped me to have a better understanding of that difficult subject called statistics. So my point is, if we make a diagnosis, we feel have some progress or challenge we have, we should pray to Krishna to help us. Because that challenge is obstructing our progress in the devotional science. Therefore, we should pray to Krishna. There are so many challenges, there are so many obstacles on our devotional path. We have exogenous obstacles, obstacles to the environment. We have also endogenous obstacles from within. And most of nature we are talking about, they are endogenous and exogenous. From within, it's so difficult to deal with an enemy from within. They are also exogenous, they also impact on us from outside. It's from within and from without. So it's very difficult to deal with the most of material nature. But if we perform our sadhana during the Brahma Muhurta hours, that helps with the process of transcending the modes. Because early in the morning is the mode of goodness, that is very much ideal for spiritual cultivation. Whereas in the night is governed by the mode of ignorance. Afternoon, there's so much of material activities going on. It's under the auspices of passion. So those times, except we don't really regulate devotional life, those periods are not really good for doing things that are going to, for instance, the chanting. That's why Prabhupada set up the system in such a way that we can embark on our sadhana before we go out to work. I know the case, I know a situation like a temple like Delhi. In during Mangarati, the whole hall is full of with all the professionals. They come, from tired, all this, they're ready for work. Come for Mangarati, sit down, chant japa, zoom out. 7 o'clock, they're zooming out to the office. And not different from people who are living in the temple. In fact, in Delhi, the devotees living outside, they are the biggest book distributors. Yes, so it's a matter of Yuktahara, Vihara, Syara, Chetas, counts, regulation, eating, sleeping, recreation. So devotion, human life is meant for regulation. And self-regulation is the watchword. Any comments? Yes, Maharaj is any comments? All right, in the absence of any comments or questions, we can join this meeting. Agree? So about
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bhakti Vasudev Maharaj. There are few viewers online Maharaj.
Huh?
There are some viewers online.
So, you want to ask a question?
Hare Krishna, anybody wants to ask question online?
We just want to thank Maharaj. Thank you for the amazing class, Maharaj, and uplifting class. Very grateful to you.
Who is that?
She's saying thank
What's
you.
her name?
Shri Gaurangi Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Gaurangi Mataji. Anyone else who wants to ask a question? All right.